and you can post it on Stan.store. And you can, like, girl, that's all good and fine and great. That's not what's going to sell the product. I have not purchased the master resale rights courses that are popular on social media, on YouTube, on TikTok, everywhere. They're everywhere, right? I have not purchased them. So I cannot speak to the validity of what these creators are saying. But what I can speak to is the fact that I have made money online, like you see here on the screen, with a small audience here on YouTube. You can just check my page for that, and I did not have to buy a $500 course. What I can speak to is the fact that if they or anybody is not suggesting that you start with building an audience first and figuring out what problem it is that you are solving for your person or your people, I would question the validity of what they are talking about. Because the fact of the matter is, and I'm going to keep it real with y'all, the fact of the matter is that it doesn't matter if you buy the course to resell the course. Even if the course is teaching you how to set up your shop, how to set your point of sale system up, how to create a digital product, how to do all these things. If it's not telling you and teaching you that you first need people to actually buy your products, and you need to understand how to speak to the people that actually want and need your product, and it's not teaching you to figure out what problem you are solving for your audience, it is setting you up to fail. And I hate to say it, but they are probably just simply trying to make a sale. They are trying to get you to spend your money. Okay, so in this video is probably going to be a little bit of a long video. I want y'all to stick with me, okay? Because I was actually going to break this video up in two, but I was like, you know what? I'm going to just give it to you. I'm going to just give it to you. I'm going to give it all to you. So if you don't have anything to write with, go ahead and get something to write with, because you're going to want to take notes, especially if you are in the beginning phases of digital products, especially if you have not created a product, not purchased a product, don't have anything to sell, trying to figure out if this is even for you, or if you are in the stage where you have a digital product, whether you purchased it or created it, and just can't figure out how to get that thing to sell. So let's start with the facts. The fact is that I did not spend any money on the digital products that I created, and I have made money online with my digital products that I have created, right? Except for the fact that I have a Canva Pro account, which I do have to pay for. I think it's about $14.99 now for the Canva Pro account, but you don't need a Canva Pro account to start, right? I also pay for a Pro Chat GPT account, but you also don't need a Pro Chat GPT account to start, right? I pay for those things to be able to get the benefits of having those things. I also pay for a Pro Beacons account. So if we add all of that up together, $14.99 for Canva Pro, what is it? I think it's like $19.99 for Chat GPT. And for my Beacons Pro account, it's literally $10. So I would definitely invest in the Beacons Pro account, because honestly, for $10, everything that you get with the Beacons Pro, you just might as well spend it, right? So let's just say I spend $60 on my back end systems, right? Let's just say I spend $50 on my back, 60. Maybe let's just say even $70 on my back end system. I have spent $70 on my back end systems, but I have also made $600 in a couple of days with the digital products that I have created, right? And so if you do the math, I already made my money back and then some, right? I am not at the stage. I'm not going to sit here and I'm not going to lie and I'm not going to fill you up with a bunch of buku lies and say that I have made $10,000 with digital products, because I have not. Quite frankly, I don't know if I would still be at my job if I made $10,000 with digital products. And I'm going to be completely honest with you, right? And so that's another thing. Two things. One, you don't need to think on a grandiose scale. You don't have to think about making $25,000, making $30,000, making $100,000. All what these people are talking about and all what they have made. It is great that they have made that, but to be honest with you, maybe some of you just need to make an extra $500. Maybe some of you just need to make an extra $1,000. That's what you need to focus on, making the extra $500 to $1,000. Don't try to buy into all of what everybody else is making, because you don't know all of what took place, what went down, how they got to making that amount of money. And there's some back end things that I guarantee you they are not telling you on how they got to making that amount of money. So don't buy into that, because what happens is when you start buying into that, you start feeling like it's out of reach. You start feeling like there's no way I could be able to make that amount of money. You start feeling like this is not for me. Maybe this is for them. Maybe they're lucky. Maybe they got whatever connections or whatever, but I can't do this. And that is not the truth. I'm going to tell you, like, first of all, I started this page, this exact YouTube page that you are watching right now, this channel. I started it with three subscribers. I don't like to call y'all followers because y'all not followers. Y'all are subscribers. Y'all are my DPS family, right? But I started it with three subscribers, and literally those subscribers were probably people that I knew, right? And the reason why it took me so long to even start to scale my YouTube channel was because I was afraid to get in front of the camera. But we can talk about that later. But I don't want you to get so wrapped up in all of what other people are making, because maybe you don't need to make that much right now. If you just start, if you just decide to take a chance on yourself, then you can start the process. One of the tips that I'm going to give you, and I'm going to give it to you with love, and I'm holding your hands in the process. You need to fail forward. You need to fail fast. The faster you fail, the faster you are able to figure out what it is that you don't need to be doing, so that you can start doing what it is that you need to be doing, right? So don't think about the $10,000, $25,000. Just start focusing on what problem can I solve, right? Figuring that out, right? Building your audience. Start focusing on that. And then eventually focusing on getting to the first sale. And that eventually is going to get you to the $10,000, $20,000 that you want to get to. So the second thing is that you do not have to feel like you have to leave your job, or that working a 9 to 5 means that you are less of an entrepreneur. That is not the truth. Maybe you don't want to leave your job. Maybe you have a great job. Maybe you have a great career, but you want to do something different. You want to start making extra money. You want to branch out into something different. You don't have to jump off the cliff right away, right? My last video, I talked about just really solidifying what it is that you want to do and proving the concept. That takes time. So use your job, use your 9 to 5 as, think of it as an investment, right? You are working your 9 to 5 to be able to pay your bills, so that you don't have to stress about your bills being paid. And then you're using the time that you're not at your 9 to 5 to focus on putting your ducks in a row, positioning your pieces on the board so that you can make the right play, so that you can make the right next move for your business, right? And so I don't want you to think about, oh, I work a 9 to 5, so that makes me less of a what. Like, no, girl, no, bro. Like, you don't have to quit your job to be able to make extra money. I don't know where that came from, but that's not what you don't got to do that right now. Maybe you just need an extra $500 to make sure that these kids get what they want and what they need for Christmas, right? Maybe you just want to pay off a debt. Maybe you just want to start saving for a house. Maybe you just have a goal in mind that you just want to make extra money. Maybe you just want to get to your first sale so that you can prove the concept for yourself that this is actually possible for you, right? Don't think about, oh, I got to quit my job. If I don't quit my job, like, I know you may not want to be there, and I know you may not want to be doing that for the rest of your life, but this is a stepping stone. Do not buy into the bullshit of I gotta quit my job and I gotta take this leap of faith so that I can be rich. That yes, at some point you will have to walk away from your 9 to 5, but that is not right now, especially if you have not proven the concept of your idea, and especially if you have not talked to God about it. So take your time, use this opportunity to use your job's income as an investment and focus on the whatever you need to think about and whatever you need to be focusing on so that you're able to make extra income and get to your first sale. So let's talk about some of the mistakes that I made when I first started out in digital products and in digital marketing. And I want you to think about these mistakes in the reverse, right? So use my mistakes as things not to do, okay? Do not do these things because everything that I'm telling you that I did, I want you to do the complete opposite. So the first thing was I did not validate my offer. I did not validate what it is that I was actually getting ready to start selling. I thought that if I created a digital product, that all I had to do was create the digital products and the digital products would sell itself, right? I even put it up on Amazon. I put it up on Amazon KDP and I thought that it was going to sell itself. That is not the truth, right? You need to validate your offer. You need to know that whatever it is that you are offering, people actually want it. And more importantly, people actually need it. Also, there are other things that go into you actually making the sale, like things like buyer psychology, things like SEO optimization, things like positioning your offer in a way where it is an irresistible offer. And those are all things that you can learn. It is not rocket science. You do not need to get a degree. You do not need to, spend $1,000,000 on courses. These are all things that you can actually learn because I have learned them. And so if I can learn them, trust me, you can learn them. Okay. So validating your offer. So I know you're like, Trey, well, how do I validate my offer? How do I know if it's something that someone wants or needs? And that's a really good question because I don't want to tell you what to do and then not tell you how to do it. So, one of the ways that you can validate your offer is one, to see what other people are gravitating to here on YouTube, right? I want you to start watching these videos and studying YouTube as a creator and less of a consumer, right? Yes, when we watched YouTube before this video, right? You watched YouTube as a consumer. You were just consuming all of the information. And I still want you to consume because I still consume to a certain degree, right? But I want you to start watching the videos and interacting with YouTube, the YouTube platform as a creator from a creator standpoint. Look to see what's working for other people in your niche. Whatever niche you are in, whatever problem you believe that you can solve for somebody else because you have solved for yourself, I want you to start looking those niches up, right? Type in whatever you would type into Google if you were a person looking for something that you were offering. Type it into the YouTube search and look for those videos. Look to see what's coming up. Find the platforms, the creators that are actually getting views, that are getting comments, that have the thousand, the hundreds, whatever amount of views, and start studying what it is that they're doing. Start reading the comments to see what people are commenting on. That is one way for you to validate your offer. Another way to validate your offer is by posting your content, right? And I know that many of you that are watching this video right now are exactly the way I was before I started recording and started feeling confident recording. I know a lot of you is like, I don't want to be in front of this camera screen. I don't know if I can talk in a certain way. I don't know if I can ooh, 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 whoop, 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 whoop. Like, I know that a lot of you are thinking that you just can't do this because getting in front of the camera is intimidating. Quite frankly, y'all, I felt the same way, so I understand. But the more that I did it, the more I realized, honestly, I'm literally talking to my phone. Like, I'm not even talking to a camera. I don't even have a high tech camera. I'm literally recording on my iPhone right now. Okay, so I'm talking to my iPhone, literally, and that's gonna take some adjusting. But you will never adjust if you don't actually start to record. So even if you don't post your first video or your second video, although I recommend that you do, but even if you don't post it, start practicing recording. Start practicing getting in front of the camera. Start practicing if you want to correct your body language, if you want to correct the way that you speak, if you want to correct your filler words. The only way that you're going to be able to do that is by actually doing it and getting in the field. One of the things that I struggled with was my filler words. I was saying a lot in my videos. And I only recognized that because when I watched my videos back, I realized that I was doing that. The only way that I would recognize that I was doing that was by actually doing it, to be able to watch my videos to say, this is something that I want to correct. So fail forward, fail fast. Record yourself. If you are not comfortable, get in front of the camera anyway, okay? Because you have to position yourself to be able to communicate with your audience. Focus less on the product, right? A lot of people tell you that, oh, you can create your digital product on Canva and you can post it on Stan.store. Like, girl, that's all good and fine and great. That's not what's going to sell the product, okay? Don't listen to none of that. I'm telling you, do what you want to do because you're grown. But I'm telling you that is not what is going to sell the product, right? Do not focus so much on actually creating the products or building the products or the platform, right? Focus more on actually building your audience, right? Start talking about the problem that you solve. Start speaking to how you solve the problem for yourself or how you solve the problem for somebody else. Why? Because this is going to build your authority online. One of the things that people need from you is that they need to know that you are one, telling the truth, right? They need to be able to trust you. Is this person honest in what they are talking about, right? What's the energy? What's the vibe that I'm getting from this person when they are on camera, right? And the only way for you to build authority with your people, the only way that you are able to tell your people that you know what you are talking about, is if you actually get on camera and start talking about your own experience. I'm going to give you a pro tip, right? And this is something that I usually only tell my mentees that are in the community. So if you are in digital product school, you have probably already heard me say this, but you need to figure out what it is that you have had a problem with, that you have solved for yourself or that you have solved for somebody else. Because the way that you communicate when you have actually solved that product or problem, the way that you communicate when you have solved that problem for yourself is different than if you've never solved that problem for yourself or for somebody else, right? So when you have solved that problem for yourself, you connect with your audience on a different level, right? They feel you differently because you're able to speak from a place of understanding, from a place of, I'm not telling you what I know because I saw this in a course or I studied this in school. I'm telling you because I understand what it is that I'm telling you because I've actually been through it myself. So I had to take a brief intermission because I have to absolutely acknowledge all 500 plus of you. First of all, listen, don't make me cry, okay? Don't make me cry because when I first started this channel, I started with 3 subscribers, and those 3 subscribers were people that I knew, was probably friends or family. And so to have built this channel to 500 plus subscribers, to hear how much the content is resonating with you all, to know that many of you have signed up for digital product school and you are in digital product school thriving right now as we speak, literally confirms that I am exactly where I need to be and that God has me exactly in alignment of where I need to be. So I'm so grateful for you to be here. Thank you so much for all of you that have subscribed. If you have not subscribed, take your time. I'm not rushing you. I'm not rushing you to subscribe, but I'm not going to tell you not to hit that subscribe button, not to like this page, and of course to comment. I have to do something special for all 500 plus of you. I think we are at 540 something right now. Literally, it's insane to me. So I only was offering my 100 ways to guarantee your first sale online. And I was like, you know what? I got to do something special for having hit 500 plus subscribers. So what I did was I bundled my 100 ways to guarantee your first sale. I included my beginner's guide to digital products and my buyer psychology 101 guide. And I put it all together for you. So click the description box below. Go ahead and grab that. That is literally, right? Literally, the people that are in my membership have literally paid roughly between $200 to $397, depending on whether they got a discount code or not. But you are getting a lot of the information that they are getting from what they pay for literally. I'm not going to tell you how much. Just click the description box below. It's not going to last for long. This is literally for you guys that have made it to this point of the video. It's not for everybody. I hope to see you guys on my email list, and I hope to see you in the community. Thank you so much for being here. So that's it for today's video, you guys. If you found value in this video, of course, like the channel, right? Like it, subscribe it, or whatever you got to do to it. Just join the family. Whatever you need to do to join the family so that you can get gems just like this on a more frequent and consistent basis. Like this video, and of course, I want you to comment. Talk to me in the comments. I try to respond to every single comment. Tell me what you took away from this video. Tell me what this video sparked in you, if anything. I love to hear that kind of feedback. I hope to see you in the community. If you are not in Digital Product School, you can click the link below to join Digital Product School. Because you are on my YouTube fam list, you can literally get 40% off of your membership for the entire year. So click down in the description box below. Also, if you're maybe not ready to join an accountability group, because I'm just going to tell you, the membership is not for you if you want to slack off. The membership is an accountability group. I am going to hold you accountable to getting to the money that you say that you want to get to. So if you're not ready for that, I understand that. You can just click the link below to get the 100 ways to guarantee your first sale. And remember, because we hit 500 and because you've gotten to this part of the video, you can get my beginner's guide and my buyer psychology 101 as a complete bundle. It is not going to be what it is right now for a long time. So I hope that you get it. If you don't get it, I get it, right? If you don't get it, what I get it. So I'll see you on the next video, and I hope you guys have an amazing day. Until the next time, bye guys.